Are HDB prices going to drop? Will private homeowners pay less tax? And is this the best time to buy a house in Singapore? Budget 2025 just dropped some big changes that could shake up the property market. In this video, we'll break down exactly what's changing, how it affects you, and whether now is the right time to make a move in the property market. Let's dive in. More HDB flats, shorter waiting time. How will this impact resale prices? The government is launching 50,000 new HDB flats over the next 3 years in areas like Woodlands, Bayshore, and Mount Pleasant. A major highlight is that 3,800 flats will have a waiting time of under 3 years. This is a game changer for couples and families who can't afford to wait for the usual 4 to 5 year BTO completion period. Questions people are asking. Will this bring down resale prices? Should I wait for a new BTO or buy a resale now? What happens if more people choose BTO over resale? The short answer, yes. The resale market could stabilize or even see slight price adjustments. In recent years, resale HDB flats hit record highs due to a lack of supply and long BTO waiting times. With the government now offering shorter waiting times, fewer buyers may be willing to pay high resale prices. However, this doesn't mean resale prices will crash. Some buyers still prefer resale flats for location, size, and immediate availability. If you're a buyer looking for the lowest possible price, it might be worth waiting a little longer to see how the market adjusts. If you're a resale flat owner looking to sell, you might want to price competitively as more supply comes into the market. Fresh Start Housing Scheme. Who really benefits? The Fresh Start Housing Scheme is increasing grants from $50,000 to $75,000 to help second-timer families transition from rental flats to home ownership. Questions people are asking. Why is this grant only for second-timers? Will this help reduce poverty and homelessness? Is this enough for families to afford a home? This grant specifically targets lower-income families who have already owned an HDB flat before but now live in rental housing. The aim is to help them own a home again, which provides more stability for their families. While $75,000 is a big help, the reality is that even with this grant, many families may still struggle with affordability. The bigger question is whether there should be additional support beyond the grant, such as financial planning help, employment assistance, and budgeting programs, so that these families don't end up struggling with mortgage payments later on. Property tax changes. Are you paying more or less? The Budget 2025 adjustments mean that 90% of private homeowners will actually pay less property tax due to revised annual value (AV) bands. For HDB flat owners, Achin and 2-room flats still don't pay any property tax. For 3-room and larger flats, there is a marginal tax rate of 4% on the portion of AV exceeding $12,000. One-time property tax rebate, 20% for HDB flats and 15% for private properties, capped at $1,000. Questions. People are asking, why are property taxes decreasing for private homeowners? Will this affect rental prices? How does this compare to previous years? The government is adjusting the AV bands to reflect current market conditions, ensuring that lower and middle-income homeowners aren't overly burdened by rising home values. For private homeowners, this could mean slightly lower expenses each year. However, since rental rates are driven more by demand than tax costs, this may not significantly impact rental prices. For HDB flat owners, the 20% rebate is helpful, but overall, property tax remains relatively affordable compared to private housing costs. Bigger grants for families with 3+ kids. Will it make a difference? The government is increasing grants for families with 3 or more children, adding an extra $16,000 per child through higher baby bonus, higher child development account, grants, new large family MetaSave grant. Questions people are asking. Will this encourage more Singaporeans to have kids? Is this enough to offset high living costs? Will this influence demand for larger homes? While this grant is a step in the right direction, the reality is that many young couples still find raising children in Singapore expensive. Housing costs, childcare, and education expenses continue to outweigh government incentives, meaning these grants alone may not be enough to convince families to have more children. However, for families who already plan to have more kids, this additional support could help with healthcare, savings, and everyday expenses. The One North effect? A hotspot for property investors? Singapore is investing $3 billion into the National Productivity Fund, focusing on areas like One North, which is already a major tech and research hub. Questions people are asking. Will property prices in One North rise? Is this a good investment opportunity? Will rental demand increase? Historically, areas with strong R&D and business hubs tend to see higher property demand. As more tech companies and researchers move in, rental prices may rise, making this an attractive opportunity for investors. For home buyers, One North may become even more expensive, meaning it could be better to get in early before prices climb higher. Aging in place. How does this help seniors? The EASE, Enhancement for Active Seniors, scheme has now been extended to private property owners, providing subsidies for home modifications such as grab bars, slip-resistant flooring, accessibility improvements. Questions. People are asking, why was this only for HDB flats before? Will this help reduce elderly housing issues? Does this mean fewer seniors will sell their homes? This change allows more seniors to stay in their current homes, reducing the pressure on nursing homes and assisted living facilities. It also means that fewer seniors may sell their homes, which could slow down the supply of resale flats and private properties in the coming years. Final verdict. Should you buy, sell, or wait? For buyers, if you're waiting for prices to drop drastically, that's unlikely. New BTO supply will stabilize the market, but demand remains strong. For sellers, if you own an older resale flat, expect more competition from new BTO launches. Pricing your property right will be crucial. For investors, areas like One North and tech hubs could see rental demand rise, making them worth watching. So what do you think of these Budget 2025 changes? Are they enough to make housing more affordable? Comment below. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more Singapore property insights.